Every time I watch the show, it kind of drives me a little crazy.
They called him the genius, the wild card, the man who could make the entire world laugh through sheer chaos. His face could twist into impossible shapes, his body could bend like a cartoon, and his timing, flawless. But for all the laughter, there's a story Jim Carrey never wanted you to know. And now, at 61, Lauren Holly is finally breaking her silence on it. For decades, she's been painted as the other woman, accused of ending Carrey's first marriage and taking the fall in a Hollywood love story gone wrong. When their brief but explosive marriage ended after only 8 months, the tabloids had a field day, saying karma had caught up to her. But Lauren says the truth is far more complicated and nothing like the headlines we've been told. To understand her side, you need to go back to the man at the center of it all. Long before Ace Ventura, The Mask, and Dumb and Dumber, Jim Carrey was just a kid from Newmarket, Ontario, Alabama, sleeping in a van with his family after losing their home. His father's tire factory job barely kept food on the table, and teenage Jim was pulling all-night janitor shifts before school. At 16, he dropped out completely, not because he didn't care about education, but because the bills had to be paid. He spent nights bombing at Toronto comedy clubs, getting rejected by Saturday Night Live, and wondering if this dream was even worth it. But he kept going. By the early 90s, Jim wasn't just in Hollywood, he was Hollywood. Within 1 year, he went from unknown TV comedian to box office gold, pulling in $72 million with Ace Ventura, $351 million with The Mask, and over $270 million with Dumb and Dumber. Studios were throwing $20 million paychecks at him, and his face was on every magazine cover. It was on Dumb and Dumber that Jim met Lauren. From the moment they spoke, there was an undeniable spark. They shared a sense of humor and energy that seemed unshakable. In 1996, on top of a mountain overlooking the Pacific, they said, "I do." It was a private romantic ceremony, the kind you'd expect to end with a happily ever after. But in reality, the storm was already building. Paparazzi hid under their tennis court to photograph them inside their own home. Reporters camped outside their property, tracking their every move. What should have been a year of laughter and love turned into 9 exhausting months of siege. Holly says they tried everything to keep their lives normal, but the pressure became unbearable. On July 29, 1997, she filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. Even then, there was no bitterness between them. In later interviews, Holly called Jim constant entertainment, remembering their time together with affection. Jim never spoke badly about her, but after 2 failed marriages, he swore he was done with marriage for good. He moved on to other relationships, some ending quietly, others in public heartbreak or tragedy. And while Lauren eventually rebuilt her life, she admits that during that year, her world fell apart, and no one really knew the truth. Today, both Jim and Lauren live far from the Hollywood circus they once commanded. Jim has hinted at retirement, focusing on painting and a quieter life, but he's also teased returning for roles like The Grinch or Sonic the Hedgehog 3. And so the question lingers, has Hollywood really seen the last of Jim Carrey? Or is there one more act left in the wild card we all thought we knew? This is Hollywood Star News, where we dig past the headlines and bring you the stories that matter. Tell us which Jim Carrey film is still your all-time favorite. Let us know in the comments, hit like and subscribe so you never miss the truth behind the brightest and most complicated stars.